So it just came in from mowing. It's around noon and I'm kind of done with that for the day. Too much bouncing around on the mower. It's bumpy out there. And I wanted to check on some onions that I have drying in the onion, and they are done. And all this is onion tops, the green onion tops. And so what I do is I dry this in an oven that's a little bit warmer than I use for the dill. This one's at 195 because they're thicker. They're going to take a little bit longer. They've been in here for about, let's see, 3 hours. 3 hours at 195. So I just, when they're done, I just crunch them up, you know, into kind of, you could make this into a powder, but I'll leave some texture to it. But these are great to put into soups in the winter time or the summer. You could put this on top of your eggs, any way that you would use granulated onion. So let me show you what I went and picked. Heading out to the garden. So these are red onions in here, and I harvested the tops of these earlier, and I'm gonna do these ones right now. Okay, so I've got my onions arranged on the tray, and you know, you could put more on this tray if you want to, but I just wanted to quickly get this batch done, so I just did them in a single layer. And they'll probably be in the oven 2.5 to 3 hours at 195 degrees, and then until they're crunchy. And this is the other 2 trays that I just processed. You can see in there how that looks. And you could grind this into a powder if you want to. I'm not, but that doesn't mean that I might not grind this into a powder at a later time. So the other thing I wanted to touch on, there are so many things in the garden that actually give you 2 crops. And we've been taught, you know, cut the greens away, eat the root or whatever. Like say for instance with radishes, you can eat the whole thing. And so you can really get 2 crops out of it. So, and it would delay the plant going to seed, and it would continue to let the radish root grow and get bigger. So you can cut the greens, blanch them, freeze them, just like you would with spinach. You could put it into salads. You can use it like lettuce. And then harvest the root if you want to, or let it go to seed, and then you can start the whole process at another time, or let some of them go to seed so you have seed for next year, and then eat some of the radishes. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Same with the onions. You know, a lot of people don't eat the onion greens. They wait for them to brown off and die, and then they braid them together to dry out their onion. But you, throughout the summer, that thing is going to continue to grow. So you can cut those and get 2 crops. You get the onion crop, the root crop, and then you get the green crop. So I don't know. I think it's just a lot of people forget about that, or I don't know why they think that they got to toss away the greens. But if you're a gardener, you should definitely make the most of the, you know, of the effort you're putting into it. And if you can eat the greens, eat the greens. So I'm gonna get this in the oven. And got one more herb packed away from my pantry. Give you a look at the garden here. Told you it's a strong, prolific garden with the hot manure. Those are carrots right there. Boy, are they slow growing. That's my sunflower room, my Chase Lounge. Let's see, can you see it? See? Chase Lounge. In another week, it'll be completely enclosed. The bachelor buttons. I'm gonna harvest some of those and make tea out of them. I need to get rid of that. HughesNet. We don't have that anymore. We use Starlink. And then catmint. I made a big batch of that yesterday. Believe it or not, I got that for the cats and they don't like it. And then so I was reading a little bit more about it, and they said, well, your cat might like it if it's dried. So I dried it, and no dice, not interested. I had my first sunflower start to bloom the other day. And look, do you see the heads on there? There's like multiple headed sunflowers. It's not just one flower at the head of these things. I'll point it out in case you can't see it. So there's the flower, but then here's some buds. So, pretty neat. You can actually eat the sunflower blossoms. They're a little bit too flowery for me. It was supposed to be like an artichoke, but they were, I don't know. The flavor, the sunflower flavor was pretty strong. All right, let's come over here. I'll show you what I got going on. So this is my old kale patch, and I let it go to seed. This is just about ready for me to start harvesting. In fact, I probably could start harvesting that seed. I'll show you what it looks like here. Oh, actually, here's one that's already open. So this is ready to harvest. See those little black dots? This entire thing is full of kale seeds. So, you know, oh, somebody's having an accident. So, you let your stuff go to seed, harvest it. You'll never have to buy seed again. And it's getting ridiculous because they give you like 5 seeds in a seed packet anymore. There's my mustard greens. Hey, Isabel. And then this over here, I've also let go to seed. This is Japanese cabbage, and I'm just waiting for the seed pods to dry out. And then, of course, cleaver. And in here somewhere, it's a ton of garlic. So, here we are. Dill, sunflowers, potatoes, green beans. I think my green beans might be getting crowded out in some of these areas. And the Jerusalem artichokes. So, squash, delicado squash. And this is kind of a shady area here. But there is things growing in there. And the cherry tree. I really want to like cut the top out of this cherry tree because it's getting too big and it's shading too much of my garden space. This used to be, this brown spot here, this used to be a garden bed, but there wasn't enough space to get the new lawnmower in there. So I just got rid of it. All right, back to the kitchen.